Morning everyone, Bald Icon here, back at it again. I told you I'd be back the next day when it's light, show you what we had to deal with last night. It was crazy scary here last night. But yeah, I thought I'd come in the day, have a look round with us, so you can see what it's like in the light. Yeah, absolutely crazy here last night, guys. You don't know how scared I was last night. Look, there's the derelict church, just being left to the elements. This is absolutely unreal, guys. Look at all the headstones that are buried. But like I say, we actually came yesterday to find this place, and we couldn't find it in the day, so we ended up going to the other church, and we ended up at the woods after we spoke to the locals. But we actually found it last night on Google, so we decided to come last night and shoot the video. But this was scary as you like. And yeah, there was supposed to be the ghost of a highwayman that roams around here on a night. Hence why we're probably going to come back and do a ghost box. See 2006 there. I couldn't see much of the writing last night because it was dark and I was freaking out. Look, it looks like someone's here, folks. But there's no headstone or anything. Things like that make me creep out because that's quite close to the path. But it's just weird how you'd have a church that's not a church, just derelict, being left to the elements, and bodies as recent as 2025 are buried here. Just wondering if people bought the plots before. Not sure. Might be worth trying to speak to some of the locals. Locals tend not to speak to people too much. Can be quite cliquey in these little village areas. But look at that headstone, look, just overgrown. Left to go derelict. Left to rot. Just to be taken by the earth. See, there's a buried body there from 2022. But so crazy here, guys. But yeah, this is basically where we were filming last night. Still get a bad feeling being down here today. It's like a really eerie feeling about all this. Another headstone, look. Really difficult to read. It'd be nice if we could read this, but here's the two quite modern graves, which I was shocked about. That one on the left died on my birthday. But yeah, this is the old church. I'm going to go around the back of it this time for you. Trying to have a good walk round because it's quite interesting here. In loving memory of Alice Lee. That's quite an old stone. Shame you can't read nothing else on it. So like, is this the side and the back? Is round here the front? I don't know. I don't know how it would work. It's amazing. I bet this was a beautiful church when it was built. Not too keen on. Got to be careful, it's a bit slippy. I'm struggling to walk. So we didn't come round here last night. I'm glad we didn't, because we wouldn't have seen this. I wonder what that's for. Maybe some old type of waterway for the church. What was a church there, guys? I bet it was a beautiful building when it was built. Now it's just a haunted old ruin. Look at that old tree, guys. Look at the size of that. I bet that's a few year old. The trunk on it's huge. Anyway, back to the vid. I think we got to about here last night on the other side, and that's when I flapped it and left. We heard something shaking and rustling. And it weren't nice at all. It sounded like it was coming from over here. That's where it sounded like it was coming from. Look how creepy that all looks, guys. But yeah, it's just a small graveyard, really. But that church is lovely. I love creepy stuff like this, guys. I've got to be honest, last night was terrifying though. Last night was terrifying. Remember, guys, like and subscribe.